one of the largest home textile companies in the world, with Industry 4.0 technologies. And one of the largest pipeline manufacturing units. All in the Welspun city at Anjar. Welspun India is one of the leading home textile companies in the world, with its presence across different continents. The company is also one of the leading producers of pipeline, as well as flooring, in the country. Here's the CEO of the company, Deepali Goenka, who is also the force behind the company's textile unit.
It's a story of a first-generation organization, started by Mr. B.K. Goenka and Rajesh Mandavewala. It's a story of passion and a vision, where it started with texturizing, and there was this dream to make a difference, and the license Raj was going in the terms of, the quota systems were going. There was an opportunity to make towels in India. And the plant at Vapi was set up for terry towels in 1993. In 2003, we set up a plant in Anjar, which is earthquake devastated. And when we were setting up this plant, we thought of as an organization where organization becomes an agent of change, where it is not about just us growing, but also impacting the communities and grow together. And that's where this whole Welspun city came up in Anjar, around 2,300 acres of land. And also the new age Welspun came up as well, being the agents of change.
Anjar is known as the Welspun city, and here we have a various business. Apart from textiles, we have steel divisions, we have pipe divisions, and then we have a power plants, our own power also. So it's a total city.
The Welspun city in Anjar is now equipped with modern facilities and includes not just the factories, but also girls' hostels, STP, ETP, and even schools. Being one of the largest home textile companies globally, the textile unit forms the core of Welspun India, and it is a part of $2.7 billion flagship company of Welspun Group.
Welspun has large market share in the key markets like US. We are 1 in 4 towels that is sold in US is manufactured by Welspun. 1 in 7 sheets that is sold in US is actually manufactured by Welspun. Also similarly in the UK and European markets, we enjoy large market shares.
The textile unit in Anjar has a capacity of producing 150 tons, or 6 log pieces of towels, and around 3 log meters of bed sheets, per day.
You can imagine that kind of a volume that we generate. So when we create this volume, it has to be with quality. How do you do this? So I think without having data, digitization, and also creating that whole smart factory, I think it's very, very key to what we do.
The Anjar textile unit is largely automated with Industry 4.0 technologies, and most of the work is achieved with robotic and AI technology. But how does the company achieve this massive scale of production? To understand this, we look at the process of manufacturing towels in 3 broad areas: spinning, weaving, and cut and sew. Spinning is the first step, where raw material, which is cotton, is converted into yarn.
सबसे पहले अगर हम बात करें जो कॉटन मटेरियल होता है हमारा, उसको हम लोग मिक्सिंग लगाते हैं। उस मिक्सिंग के लगाने के बाद जो है ब्लो रूम लाइन में लेके जाते हैं। ब्लो रूम लाइन में कॉटन को ओपन किया जाता है और क्लीन किया जाता है। उसके बाद ब्लो रूम से मटेरियल जो मूव करता है वो जाता है कार्डिंग सेक्शन में। कार्डिंग सेक्शन में फाइबर टू फाइबर ओपनिंग होता है और फर्दर उसका क्लीनिंग होता है। तो कार्डिंग में हम लोग स्लाइवर जनरेट करते हैं और कार्डिंग के बाद अपना कॉम्बिंग प्रोसेस में जाते हैं, जहाँ बेसिकली कॉटन क्या है, नेचुरल फाइबर होता है। तो कॉटन में शॉर्ट फाइबर्स भी होते हैं, लॉन्ग फाइबर्स भी होते हैं। अगर वो शॉर्ट फाइबर्स यान में जाते हैं तो यान का क्वालिटी इतना अच्छा नहीं बनता, तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं, उसमें से शॉर्ट फाइबर्स को रिमूव करते हैं। और कॉम्बिंग के बाद हम लोग क्या है, स्लाइवर को ज़्यादा यूनिफॉर्म बनाने के लिए उसमें ड्राइंग का पैसेज देते हैं। ये बेसिकली जो हमारी यूनिट है स्पिनिंग 3, ये 25 टन कैपेसिटी की यूनिट है। हम लोग रोज़ इसमें 25 टन यान बनाते हैं और इसमें जो अपना रॉ मटेरियल है ऑन एन एवरेज अराउंड 30 to 33 टन्स का हमारा जो है रॉ मटेरियल का रिक्वायरमेंट रहता है।
If we talk about the spinning, we have a largest spinning plant, 1.7 lakhs spindles of fine count under one roof, where from Warner International we have been awarded the highest productivity with the lowest manpower.
रोविंग के बाद फाइनली जो है यान बनता है। यान क्या है कि जो उस बॉबिन शेप में होता है तो क्वांटिटी कंटेंट कम रहता है, तो फाइनली हम लोग उसको वाइंडिंग में लेके जाते हैं, जहाँ फाइनली हम पैकेज बनाते हैं कोन फॉर्म में और फाइनली उसके बाद माल को मटेरियल को पैक करके अगला जो हमारा प्रोसेस है वीविंग प्रोसेस, वहाँ पे हम लोग उसको मटेरियल को भेजते हैं।
Once yarn is ready, it is transferred to the storeroom via a fully automated process.
जिसको हम लोग कोन ट्रांसपोर्टेशन या CTS सिस्टम कहते हैं।
It is then taken for the next process where the weaving of towels begin. The weaving process includes 3 further steps: warping, sizing, and then finally weaving. Warping is the first step of fabric manufacturing process, where yarns from different cones are combined to form a sheet.
We used to do sizing process for giving extra strength to the yarn, which has to withstand the stress and strain during the weaving process.
The fabric finally starts forming in the weaving process. Once the towels are ready, the process of dyeing begins, and then they are finally taken to cut and sew, the final step in the process. Cut and sew employs machinery and workforce, who work in tandem. While technology is at the forefront of the Welspun operations, the role of the workforce is equally valuable.
So textile industry is close to $3 trillion industry globally, and it is one of the largest employment generation across the globe. So every 1% out of 6 is employed directly or indirectly with the fashion and textile industry.
When the group war started, it was with the 100 people, and Anjar location now itself today we are working with the 20,000 people.
When I took on the reins at Welspun India, there were around 7% women. When you talk about 7% women at Welspun and today to 30%, the value that a woman brings on the table is that emotional quotient, that whole diversity of thought.
Envisioning a future for the woman employees, the company set up facilities like Girls Hostel, so women from varied background can come and work at Welspun.
Today we have girls coming in from all over the country, from Orissa, UP, Bihar.
One such employee is Jyoti Kumari, who hails from a village in Madhya Pradesh and has been working at Welspun for 5 years.
हम तो एक छोटे से घर के रहने वाले हैं। मेरा घर एक मिट्टी का है। मेरे परिवार में मम्मी, पापा, 4 बहन, 1 भाई है। 23 मार्च 2017 में मैंने यहाँ पे ज्वाइनिंग किया और मुझे यहाँ पे फिर मैंने काम करते अपने भाई बहन, छोटे भाई बहनों की पढ़ाई करवाया। उसके बाद अपनी सिस्टर की मैरिज करवाया मैंने यहीं से पैसा कमा के। वो मम्मी की हेल्प करती हूँ, पापा की हेल्प करती हूँ और अभी अपने शादी के लिए मतलब पैसा इकट्ठा कर रही हूँ।
Today Jyoti is the sole bread earner for her family of 5.
The whole thing is that, when these girls are sometimes, they are not confident about themselves. They haven't completed their education as well.
आर्थिक स्थिति खराब होने की वजह से मैंने 12th तक कंप्लीट किया, उसके बाद छोड़ दिया.
Welspun not just supports these women to complete their education, but also helps them pursue other career choices, like competing in UPSC and other exams.
काम के साथ साथ आपको पढ़ाई भी करना है, तो हम लोगों को बताया गया. उसके बाद मैंने अपने काम को करते करते अपने फैमिली की हेल्प करते करते मैंने अपनी पढ़ाई भी स्टार्ट की. पढ़ाई करने के बाद मैंने BA फर्स्ट ईयर किया, अभी BA सेकेंड ईयर मेरा रनिंग चल रहा है.
There are a lot of women who basically are the breadwinners, who come in and they come in with a thought of finding jobs, but as they grow, they definitely evolve economically, socio-economically as well. So we have the specially able also working at a spinning plant.
There are close to 200 employees, with hearing and verbal disabilities, working at Welspun textile plant. These differently abled employees are trained at special skill centers, where they also get an understanding about the company and its work. Mital Thakur is one such employee. Having worked here for 7 years, she now trains the new entrants. Among Mital's various achievements, is her winning the Miss Gujarat and Miss India titles in the special category. Back in the spinning plant, research is underway in the laboratory to test a new batch of yarn.
Welspun being vertically integrated right from the farming to the shelf, it gives us the opportunity to innovate across the value chain of textiles, right from the fibers, yarns to the final cut and sew.
This growth comes basically from our DNA, which is innovation. Welspun is very big on innovation, and we invest a lot of assets into it.
If I talk about the various innovative products from Welspun, the most popular one is of course the high-grow cotton, which is there for more than a decade.
Which actually blossoms after every wash and gets fluffier after every wash. The sheet that we have actually has temperature regulation, which is inherent in the product itself.
So it's not only the technology, I think over a decade it has become one of the trusted brand in the home textile space and really valued by our customers.
Design is an integral part of production, and to understand what suits their customers, the company needs to invest heavily in research.
We have an asset as Brain Trust, which is actually curated with shopaholics of different demographics, different age, different income, which actually give us insights into how they use their products, and these insights are then fed back to our R&D and P&D teams, which then design products around it.
We have a digital printing, so we do strike off for digital printing and match the shade as per the customer requirement. And once we feel that it will be matched with the customer development, we start the actual development. Once the actual sample is ready, we test it in our lab, and once it is passed to the customer protocol, we are sending actual sample to the customer.
Welspun claims that due to their high quality, most of their customers have authorized them with self-inspection of products.
During COVID, there were 2 challenges. Customers were sitting in remote locations. They were not knowing whether the factory is running. So we have done virtual tours to show the customers how this factory is running. Customers have seen sitting from remote locations, and we have shown them how this production is executed in the line. And we have also arranged an internal inspections, and then we have finally arranged for a 3D inspections through virtual inspection rooms.
The products are now finally ready to be dispatched. Once the products are ready, they are kept in the warehouse before being dispatched. The process of dispatch is secure, and the team that handles it follows security protocols.
We also look at how our digitization processes at the factory help provide consumers traceability of their products.
Having a proper traceability system is also very, very important. And 5 years back, Welspun, got a patent around the whole process, which is called WellTrack.
When the cotton comes in after the season, we actually store cotton for the whole season. The important thing is to have a visibility that what is selling at the point of sales. And this is in United States of America or in UK or Europe. So through technology, through our data analytics, we get the point of sale data. It also triggers a demand into what we are doing at the factory. So definitely that creates an integrated supply chain.
The company's 95% of revenue comes from exports, which means they send out a whopping 250 tons or approximately 46 shipping containers to the nearby port. As the day ends in Anjar, the Welspun Superfactory continues the work with the help of AI technology.
Jan 2001, when earthquake calamity struck in Kutch. I think world didn't know what will happen there. Everything came to shambles. And that's the place we set up our plant in 2003.
When we started project, we were experiencing the after effects of earthquake. It was about up to 2006, we were experiencing this kind of after effects.
When I started in 2004 November, at that time there was nothing. What we are seeing, this greenery, there was nothing. Only few buildings were there. So it was told that we are going to make the first shipment in the March 2005. So I was wondering how it is going to happen. In front of my own eyes, the buildings have come up, and then the machines were started installing, and we have started manufacturing the towels. And as committed by the management, the first March itself, we have done this first delivery. That was one of the great things.
That area is written a history in its own way. Like a phoenix, it rose from the shambles and from ashes to where it is today. And our factory there in Anjar has become a self-sustaining ecosystem with more than 20,000 people working at Anjar. And the total ecosystem with the communities, with the vendors, I think it is incredible how that area just sprang up.
Anjar falls in the Kutch region of Gujarat, which is considered a dry area, and where water is an important resource.
Anjar was built with a vision. It's an arid part of the country. The important part of what we do is that we recycle 30 million liters of water that we use. We are actually shipping practically to 50 countries around the world, but not a drop of fresh water is being used.
Textile industry as a whole, the entire value chain consumes close to 95 billion cubic meter of water. So that's a significant amount. Close to 4% of global fresh water is going into textile production. And it's not only textile production, also in terms of consumer while we are washing our clothes, that quantum is also really very high. Making the whole textile industry less water intensive is really very, very important.
Water is not the major raw material for production, but it is one of the major aspects that without water production cannot be happened. So for every ton of production of terry towel and bed sheets, we require almost 32 tons of water for the production activities. We have the wastewater treatment where we recover almost 90% of the wastewater for the production activities. For that, we have installed a 30 MLD sewage treatment plant where we recycle and reuse the entire city sewage that is generated.
Towards sustainability, it starts from the water. So this STP plant of 30 MLD we have established with the start of the plant, and there we are getting the sewage from Adipur, Gandhidham, Anjar. Whatever water is used in textile plants or the Anjar city for the manufacturing is being used from the STP plants.
The ETP water is mainly the textile wastewater what is coming out, that will be recycled and used. For that this ETP is meant for. And for STP it is mainly for the sewage treatment plant that is coming from the domestic waste. We have established the most modern effluent and STP plant where the entire pollutants will be degraded completely so that the water whatever coming out from the process is actually crystal clear in nature. It can be recovered and recycled for the entire product. Even we can drink that water because it's so pure.
And Kutch, there is always a scarcity of water. Whatever water is used in textile plants or the Anjar city for the manufacturing is being used from the STP plants. So that's another way to take care of the society.
Welspun India is one of the few textile units in India, which runs its operation on treated water.
So while collecting all these wastewater from the nearby municipalities, so it is helping to, divert all of these, contamination of the local water bodies. So that's the one benefit which is helping in terms of maintaining health and hygiene of the community.
The Anjar facility also hosts Welspun Corp, a leading line pipe manufacturer and a billion-dollar global business.
I joined Welspun sometimes in 2001, so it's like I am about to complete 21 years in this organization. It has been a very phenomenal journey. I have enjoyed every bit and moment of this long association.
With a reputed client base across the globe, Anjar houses one of the biggest pipeline facilities of the world.
We came to Anjar after the 2001 earthquake, and Welspun was the first company that came to Anjar, and we set up here the first plant, and I could see that how we have grown from one plant to, and in total 4 plants making different technological pipes.
Welspun Corp started in 1995 with a vision to delight their customers through innovation and technology, and achieve inclusive and sustainable growth.
The Anjar facility, when we have created the best of technology, and the technology takes care of 2 aspects. One is your quality and the output. Our pipes itself goes into both water and oil and gas. Specifically longitudinal pipes, LSAW that we call is a pipe which is specifically for the higher end, the thicker end of pipe making.
Welspun Corp manufactures multiple kinds of line pipes in 4 different plants, one of them being the longitudinal submerged arc welded, or LSAW pipes. LSAW are made by bending and welding wide steel plates, and are most commonly used in oil and gas industry applications.
LSAW is again a very state-of-art technology plant where we have highest capacity of press.
Following a rigorous process, a sheet of steel undergoes high pressure to be molded into the skeleton of a pipeline, post which it goes into a 3-stage welding process. To ensure high-quality output of longitudinal pipelines, Welspun Corp has ensured the installation of state-of-the-art technology for manufacturing and inspection. The plant at Anjar itself is responsible for churning out 2.5 million tons per annum worth of pipelines.
Manufacturing excellence, quality and the customer. These 3 put together, I think, so these have been the key fundamentals for us for our growth till now.
With a strong culture of engineering excellence, Welspun Corp has supplied pipes for some of the most challenging projects, including one of the world's deepest pipeline project in the Gulf of Mexico, one of the highest LNG pipeline project in Peru, the heaviest pipeline in the Persian Gulf, and many more.
We have unique feature of a PDMS, that is automatic pipe dimension measurement system, which is unique in itself. And in the world there are few companies those are having that kind of technology, and we are one in India.
We have ensured that quality is never compromised. It is a zero tolerance on the quality side of it, and that has given rich dividends to us.
So with the kind of technology that we put in and the continuous upgradation of technology that we put in subsequently, it has been a worthwhile journey for us.
You can only achieve excellence if you have the right technology or cutting edge technology and the people who can use that.
Use of latest machinery and automation are key underlying elements of the entire Welspun Group. The group believes in Industry 4.0 technology.
Industry 4.0 is something which we have taken up and we want to evolve that further, because I feel that with this whole COVID and the whole pandemic, the whole digitization and the connected world is getting even more and more important. Also, what are you making on your lines? What is your productivity of your people and how we can better it? It can only happen when you have the connected systems.
Conceptualized a decade ago, Welspun also houses an advanced textiles unit that manufactures high-performance innovative materials for a wide range of customer applications.
It's an emerging business for Welspun India, and all the ingredients in terms of infrastructure is in place. We built up the business in terms of human resource and leaders.
The Advanced Textiles unit uses contemporary technologies such as spun lace and needle punch.
So Advanced Textile primarily, it's a business that houses non-woven technology.
The Advanced Spun Lace Technology, or hydro entanglement, is a non-woven manufacturing unit that uses a fully automated fiber blend capability that detects foreign fiber and has a separation arrangement.
Through both the non-weaving technologies, spun lace or needle punch, you end up making a fabric or a medium that is customized, custom made, and it is built to a purpose.
The Welspun Advanced Textile unit is capable of producing high bulk spun lace material after conducting advanced tests in their in-house laboratories.
Predominantly this industry, you end up making a medium that either would be a disposable or a durable.
The advanced spun lace and needle punch technologies lead to the formation of disposable products, such as baby care wipes, personal and industrial cleaning wipes, as well as engineered products, such as artificial leather, industrial air and liquid filters, fire blocker and fire blankets, geotextiles and carpet underlays. The Welspun plant in Hyderabad is spread across 200 acres and is located at a convenient distance of 30 kilometers from the Hyderabad International Airport. One of its kind facility in India, the Hyderabad Welspun plant is a one-stop solution for all your flooring needs in the country.
This plant came into existence on the back of the idea that Indian consumers have transformed from getting it done to already getting it finished and ready to go. So we wanted to get to a point wherein we are able to offer that innovation and give that customer experience of literally going into the store and getting your furniture or getting your flooring per se. And the central idea behind it is convenience to the customer, be it while choosing it, while purchasing and while installing it.
So here we are making wall-to-wall carpet, carpet tile and SPC, the hard flooring part.
But how does it all play out in the Welspun Hyderabad Superfactory? We begin by taking a look at the soft flooring section first. The key ingredient used in the manufacturing of soft flooring are polymer chips. The first process in polymer chip manufacturing, or PCM, is the silo tanks, where the raw material is stored. The bag full of polymer chips is lifted to the silo tanks, where it is charged.
We are vertically integrated, right from resin to yarn to tufting and coating and packing happens in one facility under one roof.
Once the material is charged, it is conveyed to the top floor by vacuum conveying, and the process of making a yarn begins. The yarn is checked for its thickness and strength to ensure its durability. The yarn is now ready and is taken to the inspection table for an inspection before it is sent for the next process, weaving.
And in terms of product or raw material, we are heavily invested and we're heavily using the recycled polyester, rPET variety.
And now we can begin to see the first look of the final product, the floor carpet.
Top it up with, we are the only factory in the world wherein hard and soft flooring both are done under one roof. So hard tiles in fact is a part of the business that is doing very well. From last year to this year we will be growing about 5 times already, and plans are looking robust, demand is looking robust. Once you purchase the flooring from this facility, guys will come in, will install the flooring. There's no noise, no cement, no water, no adhesives, and they will leave before the end of the day. And you will have a new finished floor to your liking and to your taste.
Welspun has revolutionized flooring solutions to a level that, if you have a wedding next week, you can change the flooring today. 2 days from now, if there's a festival, you can change the flooring tomorrow, and even to the point that if you live in a rented accommodation, you can take the flooring with you and install it again. With the click and lock technology, a square feet of flooring can be installed in less than 2 seconds. With the help of automation and technology, the company is able to accelerate the 15-year life cycle of a product in 5 days.
We also are the first ones to launch a granite and marble finish, which again can be installed in less than a day.
The pure gloss product gives the look and feel of a granite marble, but are actually high gloss tiles and also available in the click and lock technology.
We believe in innovation. So innovation is a key driver for us. So for that we have invested into continuous space dyeing, which is a very unique thing in our yarn manufacturing.
Along with space dyeing, the company has digital printing unit that enables them to create flooring as per the customer need.
No, so printing as a technique itself is very versatile. You can pretty much print anything on the carpet.
And to meet the challenge of creating personalized designs, the company invests heavily in research.
It starts from the trend research, which leads to conceptualization of product, which talks about which direction it needs to go in terms of what design, what colors it will be used on the surface. Different trials that we have conducted, and we kind of had printed all sorts of 3D prints, all photorealistic prints. We have even printed some portraits of novelty purposes as well. So we did that.
They are also one of the first company in India to provide consumers with artificial grass, which can be manufactured and laid right away.
Other aspects of our entire business philosophy, our entire vision is around customers' experience, our consumer experience as well as customer experience. So, our flooring solutions are all about convenience.
Like their Anjar counterpart, Welspun Hyderabad is also a greenfield facility.
within the premises, we already have been able to replace our entire energy that was being generated through coal. Now we are doing it through waste generated in rice mills.
If you talk about our hard flooring, all the necessary wastes of the hard flooring is completely recycled. We don't, contribute to any landfill.
We are also water positive, so the entire water is recirculated in the system, and we do not discharge any water out of the facilities.
As sustainability forms the core of the company's philosophy, the Hyderabad plant is doing their bit to minimize their carbon footprint. While in Telangana, newer, greener initiatives are being integrated. Back in Anjar, members of the Welspun Group's Better Cotton Initiative, or BCI, are meeting with local farmers to bring awareness regarding increasing crop production in their fields.
वेल्सपन में हम लोग बेहतर कपास की शुरुआत यानी बेटर कॉटन इनिशिएटिव के साथ वेल कृषि का एक प्रोजेक्ट किसानों के साथ गुजरात में चला रहे हैं, जिसमें हमारे साथ 102 गाँव में 4000 खेडूत जुड़े हुए हैं। तो उनको हम कपास अच्छे तरीके से कैसे उगाना है इसके बारे में सारी जानकारियाँ दे रहे हैं।
Earlier, farmers would spray pesticides to keep their crops safe from various pests, but did not know how much was enough, often resulting in overuse of the pesticide. This also resulted in lowering the quality of the produce, as well as farmers spending more money on pesticides every year.
इसके अलावा जैव विविधता यानी बायोडाइवर्सिटी को कैसे मैनेज करना है, उनका फाइबर का क्वालिटी कैसे अच्छा बने जिनसे उनको अच्छा पैसा भी मिले। आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस AI का भी हम इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं। तो ज़मीन में कितना उनका खातर डालने का ज़रूरत है या कितना फर्टिलाइज़र डालने का ज़रूरत है, उसके लिए हम सॉइल का टेस्टिंग कराते हैं। एक ही पेशी नहीं खाता, एक पेशी में से दूसरी पेशी में जाएगा, फिर दूसरी पेशी में।
Under BCI, trainees from Welspun teach the farmers how to monitor their pesticide usage on their crops, thereby reducing their costs and ensuring better health for their soil.
गुजरात में हम लोगों के पास 102 गांव है। हर गांव में एक लर्निंग ग्रुप बना हुआ है किसानों का, जिसका एक प्रमुख होता है और उस ग्रुप में 35 से 40 खेडूत रहते हैं। उस ग्रुप के अंदर हम लोग उनका व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप भी बना हुआ है और उनकी सारी जानकारी ऐप में भी हम लोग लेते हैं और उनकी एक फार्मर फील्ड बुक होती है, उसमें भी वो सारी जानकारी रहती है। हम भीकाबाई मकवाना जी की वाड़ी पे अभी हैं। ये मोड़सर विलेज है, अंजार तालुका है गुजरात का।
3 साल से कपास कर रहे हैं हम और 3-4 साल से वेल्सपन से जुड़े हुए हैं और अच्छा फ़ायदा हो रहा है इसमें। कॉलर में ट्रैप है और दूसरी माहिती आती है उसमें से, और सोलर में ट्रैप लगाई जाती है, किस तरफ से दवाई रखनी जाती है वो बताते हैं। वेल्सपन के लोग आते हैं, यहाँ मीटिंग होती है, सब खेडूत गाँव वाले सब खेडूत भेगा करके एक मीटिंग होती है। वो लोग बताते हैं कि ऐसे खेती करना है और कपास की जानकारी देते हैं। हाँ, वेल्सपन के लोग जो आए तब से वो मल्चिंग लगाई है और ड्रिप लगाई है, उससे क्या है थोड़ा खर्चा भी कम होता है और कपास उत्पादन भी बढ़ता है। इसमें पानी की बचत भी हुई है।
With BCI, the Welspun Group is not just reflecting their own approach towards sustainability, but also changing attitudes through knowledge and innovation for a greener future.
So there's a program that is very close to us at Welspun's heart, is our spun program, where we upcycle rags that are generated from our textiles waste, we have these community centers across where women come and work and they create beautiful crafted rugs and cushions and carpets out of it.
The company has set up spun centers across the community, where local women create beautifully handcrafted products.
वो प्रोडक्शन का जो वेस्ट है, खास करके सिंधी, वो जो सिंधी हम यहाँ स्पन सेंटर में लाते हैं, जैसे जैसे रिक्वायरमेंट होते हैं, हमारे डिज़ाइनर जो मार्केट में चलता है वैसा कुछ ना कुछ नया नया डिज़ाइन बनाते हैं।
The women working at the Spun Center are a part of the family of the employees at Welspun. The company empowers these women through various self-help groups and encourages them to work and support their families.
What it does actually is that women are empowered, they operate their bank account, and the child goes to school as well.
जो भी हम मतलब यहाँ पे होता है हमारा आ जाता है महीने का, तो उससे हमारे परिवार का हेल्प हो जाता है, जो भी हमारा भी हो जाता है, कुछ घर चल जाते हैं।
So, that's the whole beauty of what we, started evolving as an organization as well. So thinking about the communities, working with the whole environment and sustainability. And it itself is an example that if you have a vision, if people have the resilience, nothing can stop you.